Good afternoon and welcome to IFPRI and to the Policy Seminar on Successes in African Agriculture. I'm Pandya-Lorch. I'm Chief of Staff and Head of the 2020 Vision Initiative here at IFPRI. Successes in agriculture are very much in the forefront nowadays, and I should know because I just led a major project looking for proven successes in agricultural development that fed millions of people. The particular project here that we are here to talk about, successes in African agriculture, came into being about 10 years ago, and it was truly pioneering, and it is still pioneering. About 10 years ago, there was a lot of gloom and doom in Africa. I think some of you will remember there was a lot of pessimism about whether African agriculture can ever get out of its rut of stagnation and even decline, ever sort of increasing decline. And there was a lot of gloom and doom about it. At that time, Peter, I recall that IFPRI, you basically proposed that we need to rethink the way we look at African agriculture and look for successes in African agriculture. And there were a number of people kind of scoffed at us, where on earth are you going to find successes in African agriculture? This was a pioneering project in not only the breadth and the scope of the work, how it was undertaken, the rigor with which it was undertaken, the attention to methods, the scope across the continent, and the imagination and the innovation in backing up with evidence. And it is very exciting that you've come out with this book. You have not already seen it. This is midnight reading, but it is a very powerful collection of successes in African agriculture. If you don't have the time to read it in great detail, which I really hope you do, at least start off with the policy brief that accompanies it, and that will bring you into it. But this is a very powerful compilation here of successes in African agriculture, coming at a very important time when you are seeing revival in commitment to agriculture in Africa. You are seeing revival in growth. You're seeing much more engagement and inclusion. And I think this book also reinforces the message that it pays to invest in agriculture in Africa. It pays to invest in innovation, and it pays to invest in scaling up. I think for us, the challenge will be going from these successes and scaling up across the continent and truly having broad-based agricultural development in Africa. This project has also, I think, contributed to basically reviving the attention to agriculture and has contributed to giving validity to investing in agriculture. It came just before and around the heels of the Maputo Declaration, Steve, if I'm not mistaken, and Maputo Declaration investing the commitment of 10% of the budget to raising agricultural growth in Africa. So I think bringing the process together itself has made a major contribution to African agriculture. Our three speakers are very well known to all of you, so I will be very short in introducing them, because if you don't know them by now, you better get to know them. Our three speakers are Peter Hazel, Steve Hagblade, and Simeon Ehui. We will begin with Peter. He retired from IFPRI about 2 to 3 years ago. He is currently a visiting professor with the School of Oriental and African Studies at the University of London. He tells me that he very much enjoys his retirement because he can pick and choose all the things he can work on, including his vegetable garden in England. Peter, welcome back to IFPRI. Steve Hagblade is also very much affiliated with IFPRI for many years. He is currently a professor in the Agriculture, Food and Resource Economics Department at Michigan State University, but for many years has been affiliated with us, including leading programs with us in Bangladesh. Simeon Ehui is also part of the extended IFPRI and CGIAR family. He is currently with the World Bank, where he is the sector manager for South Asia Agriculture and Rural Development. But Simeon has been associated with 2 of our sister centers. You've been with the ILRI, the International Livestock Research Institute, and with IITA, the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture. All 3 of our speakers today are very deeply entrenched in African agriculture issues for decades and bring considerable experience and networks to the table.